What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Smartphone World. Today, I know I was going to do an HTC episode only, but I've been getting a lot of requests, so I'm doing HTC and Samsung a head-to-head for the HTC T6 and the Note 3. These are all the specifications that we have heard so far about both smartphones, and I'm going to be comparing them today for you. The first thing that I want to mention is that both smartphones have been heard to be having the Snapdragon 800 processor. It is the 2.3 gigahertz quad-core processor that we really haven't even seen yet, but we know is going to be a beast. So, in that respect, they're pretty much even. Kind of like how the HTC One and the Samsung Galaxy S4 is right now. You can pretty much take those phones, make them bigger, bump it up a little bit. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Next up, they're both going to have about 2 gigs of RAM. That's, no matter what, 2 gigs of RAM, if not higher. But I'm going to pretty much have to say that it's going to stick with 2 gigs of RAM. Next up, they're both going to be over 5.5 inches. The HTC T6 is supposed to be 5.9 inches, and the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 is supposed to be 6 inches. Both of them are supposed to have Super LCD 3 display. I know that Samsung's been all over the Super AMOLED displays, but believe it or not, the S Pen works better with a Super LCD display. So expect to see a Super LCD 3 display inside the next Note, which will be very different compared to all the other Samsung Galaxy smartphones. Alright, now let's talk about internal memory. Because the HTC T6 is only supposed to have 16 gigs of internal memory. Let's hope that that's just a really poor rumor and there's going to be 32 gigs at least, like you see in the HTC One. Because, I'm sorry, but there will be no micro SD slot inside this smartphone. Now, if you talk about the Note 3, we should see multiple different variations, 16, 32 gig, and it's going to have a micro SD slot, which can hold another 64 gigs of internal memory. That's fantastic. So that is where the Note 3 will actually have a little bit of an edge up. Now, if you want to talk about cameras, there'll be ultra pixel inside the HTC, and the regular 13 megapixel regular, it takes phenomenal shots. So having that camera inside there is going to be amazing. And on the front, think about, we're hearing some smartphones actually coming out with 5 megapixel front-facing cameras. So if we might actually be able to start seeing increased megapixel on the front-facing camera, and we're starting already to see wide-angle display lenses on the front for HTC products. So we could expect something like that to happen now with the other smartphones. What else? Well, the battery size. They're both going to have over 3,000 mAh battery. Rumors are saying that it's going to be 3,300 in the HTC T6 and 3,500 in the Samsung Galaxy Note 3. Let's hope those rumors stay true, because those battery sizes would sound fantastic inside these smartphones. Now, Keyline Pi is supposed to be inside the T6, and that's what I keep hearing. I haven't heard one thing about saying that it's going to be Jelly Bean and then get the Keyline Pi upgrade. The Note 3, on the other hand, I've been hearing that it is going to be Jelly Bean and moved up to Keyline Pi, but because it's going to be coming out in third quarter of 2013, expect Keyline Pi to be inside if they release Keyline Pi beforehand, because you know Samsung likes to give out their products with the latest software when it's out. That's what we did see with the Galaxy S3 and Jelly Bean, so expect that with this one as well. Now, we will expect to see the dual camera mode on the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, the music share, the S Pen. You will not see any of that on the HTC T6. What you see on the HTC, probably louder boom sound. You can have blink feed, and it's supposed to have an aluminum body. So it's basically going to be a bigger HTC One, and it's going to be HTC T6 at a 5.9 inch display. And the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 will be a larger Galaxy S4 look, and that will have a 6-inch display. So in the end, it's basically going to come down to, do you like TouchWiz or do you like Sense? Do you want an S Pen or not? Do you like ultra pixel or regular megapixel? That's pretty much how it's going to end up. for me, I'm definitely going to try out both of them. I'm going to get both of them on here as soon as they come out and do all the tests for you. So that was another episode of Smartphone World. I hope you liked it. I hope it had a lot of information for both of these smartphones. And stay tuned for the next episode in the next couple of days. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.